Okay, hello again. This is Thrice Majestus, and we're back and still heading for home. Maybe we'll get there next week. Good evening.
Good evening, Commander. How are you doing?
Oh, not bad. Not bad at all.
Good.
Good evening, Philip.
Hi, how's everything?
Not bad.
That's good.
I may have to take a phone call here. God knows when. My sister is missing.
Oh, shit.
Missing. What happened?
Yep.
What's up?
Well, if I knew, I'd tell you.
Well, that certainly takes some importance over everything else.
Right. Well, there's nothing I can do at the moment, so.
Right.
How long has it been?
Well, it's been about 2 hours, but she has a problem with dementia, and she's out in her car somewhere.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say maybe she's out eating or something, but if she has, like, dementia issues and stuff.
Yep.
Hope she's okay.
Yeah, I do too. But anyways, there's not much I can do. I was told to stay home in case she came here.
Yep.
So anyways, whenever you're ready, Commander.
Would help if the microphone wasn't turned off. Engage.
Frameshift drive charging.
Preparing for jump.
Keep my fingers crossed. Hopefully, she'll turn up soon.
Yeah. I do realize that her car driving privileges will probably be took away.
Yeah.
Fuel scoping. Fuel scoping complete.
Hey, Rocky.
Hello, Rocky.
Hi. So, I just traveled 5,500 light years in under 2 hours.
Cool.
Yeah. Unfortunately, if you're coming the way I just went, you're not going to find anything. Between
Yep.
between here and Descartes was clean. I mean, between Descartes and the Eco Nebula seems to have been clean dry. Picked clean.
That happens. Without knowing exactly which joystick, Rocky, I don't know what to tell you. What I would do is I would Google your joystick and delete Dangerous, and somebody may have a file out there already with all the bindings. I don't know. It depends entirely on what joystick you have. System map. joystick I had, I started from, what was the guy's name? Hold on, I think I still have his original here somewhere. Close that. No. Come on, move out of the way. Commander Crab. I had Commander Crab's file I started from. He published his for the Warthog. Then I heavily modified that, and redid it, and redid it, and redid it until it fit what I wanted, how I wanted to use it. We own the system. There's nothing here, but I want to go to the options menu a second.
No worries.
So literally, I mean, I went through everything in here and set up where I wanted things to be set up. Although one of the things I did is I downloaded a sheet in PDF format, which had all the bindings, all the different switches for the throttle and stick that I had. I printed out a whole bunch of copies of it, and I marked it up and marked it up and marked it up and marked it up, trying different combinations to try and find something that I thought would be close. And then I played with it and went from there. That's how I got to it. I mean, it took me hours and hours and hours and hours to get it fine-tuned. I got it working, within, maybe 20 minutes or so, but it took me hours to get it to the point where I've got it now, because I would find this stuff I don't like. Buttons I moved around and moved around again. This is like the 5th or 6th iteration that I'm running now of a complete remap of everything. So finding what works for you is the hard part, because you have to try it and play with it. At any rate, shall we move on?
Yep.
Engage.
Schooling
I
FTL
also
engines and
printed me
preparing
out
for jump.
a copy of. I got Thrustbuster 16,000, but I printed out a blank template of how the controls are, and then I wrote in what I put there. Like the lights, the cruise, whatever, the primary fire, secondary fire, and labeled it on that sheet where I could have a cheat sheet in case I forgot where I put shit.
Yep. And Commander Krabs was okay, but it definitely didn't work with the way I wanted to work with it. So I redid it till I finally got what I wanted. Wasn't easy. There's a lot of buttons. And I may yet redo it again. Right now it's good, but it could be better. Kind of one of those things where there's no real best answer, because everybody does it a little differently. System map. All right, Rumpichu got the stars. Meek Face got the planets. some reason,
Some reason what?
oh, I seem to be. Am I lagging? Or what's going on? ED Scout isn't showing anything. Oh, there it goes. I had to restart ED Scout. Alright, I don't see anything that looks like it's anything. Nope. Alright, on we go. Engage.
Frameshift drive charging.
Spooling
I
FTL
have a
engines
50
and preparing for jump.
light year jump range.
Cool.
Shit, I probably have 60 plus by now, but something really messed up happened. Someone decided to blow me up on the...
Lost you somewhere there.
Oh, something messed up. Someone blew me up on the landing pad.
Huh.
And I don't know who to be mad at. The jerk who did it, or Farseer for not having a planetary defense system.
You sure that it wasn't Farsi that blew you up? For not
No,
maybe...
No, it wasn't, because someone was using Thargoid weapons.
Oh.
Corroded my ship and ate through my shields like they weren't there.
Wow.
Does Farseer even have weapons?
I don't know. I generally will go...
Because she didn't come to my defense.
Well, I generally go inside when I land, so...
Yep.
Shoot me.
Well, I was in the process of landing. I wasn't actually in it.
Oh, okay.
I was with my landing struts were out, and I was in less than 3 seconds of landing, and I was blown to bits.
System scan.
Was you in open?
Yeah.
Well,
No.
don't go in open.
There are some complete jerks who spend their time in open just waiting for somebody to get in a vulnerable position like that and rip them apart.
Yep.
Even if I had good shields and actual weapons, I still wouldn't have enough time to power up, point away from the station to fire back, to even locate them.
I don't know. But if you were 3 seconds from landing, even with the corrosive, you should have been able to land and got rid of that stuff.
I would think, but I wasn't, because they were still firing at me. Maybe if they stopped firing, I would have survived long enough, but they didn't let off. They kept pounding me.
Okay.
At any rate, well, we've got, we own the system. There's nothing good.
Ready when you are, sir.
Engage.
Frameshift drive charging.
Charging FTL.
Guess I'll head back before I end up in Colonia or something.
4, 3, 2. Fuel scooping.
Oh, Trace, there's something I want meaning to ask you. With the experimental effect of the FSD, what gives you a better effect? Mass management or the strip down?
Mass manager by almost twice.
Oh, okay. Cool. Okay, thanks.
Yep.
System scan complete.
System map. Okay. A couple of them look like they might be good, but no, nothing good here. On to the next. Engage.
Frameshift drive charging.
Preparing for jump.
Sorry I can't help you more, Rocky, but
Fuel scoping.
without knowing your exact model and how you like to fly,
Fuel scoping complete.
you know, the only thing I can do is point you in a direction, which is to find sheets for your particular one, and look up maybe what other people have done on it with, through Google. And hopefully you'll find something, a good starting point, and then fiddle with it from there. I will be back in just a second. I just realized it's extremely cold in here and my feet are freezing. I gotta go close something.
Okay.
We got the back door open so the cats can look out at the wildlife all day, but it's time to shut the door. Alright, there we go. Also put my fuzzy slippers on.
Yay.
System map. And no, they're not bunny slippers.
Oh, doggone it.
Although I miss my alpaca fur slippers. But the alpaca fur wore out. They were the warmest slippers I've ever had. Alright, there's a water world. And Planet 1 is a water world. It looks like it's all we got. Hello there, Mr. Blue Moon Halos.
Hello, Blue Moon.
Didn't want to come back, huh? Okay.
Yeah. Was he on vacation?
No, he walked his cat for the first time in several days, and the cat didn't want to come back home yet. Oh, he must be so overjoyed.
I got the next system targeted when you get done.
Okie dokie.
Surface scanned by 50%. Surface scan complete.
And away we go. Engage.
Frameshift drive charging.
Charging FTL.
Fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete.
You guys are getting close.
Yes, we are.
You're only 4,000 light years from where I am.
That's about right, yeah. Yeah, it's surprising how much they remember.
What, cats?
Cats, yeah. Yeah, apparently, Mr. Blue Moon's cat found a rat's nest the other week, and Mr. Blue Moon told the maintenance people about it, and of course they went and poisoned the nest, and so he can't let the cat get back to the nest, because then the cat will eat the poison.
Yeah.
Yeah.
System map. Alright, we own the system. I'm not showing anything good here. I guess we move on.
Me neither.
Engage.
Preparing for war.
Yeah, me too. One of the few times I've actually used the relog mechanism was for the Guardian materials, and I really dislike it.
Let's be honest, it's boring as hell.
Yes, it is.
Yep.
As usual, though, the sound engineers did a fabulous job with it.
System scan complete.
System map. Well, we own another system. That one's no good. That one's no good. That one's no good. And the rest are no good. Okay, on we go. Engage.
Frameshift drive charging.
Charging FTL.
Even taking a different route back. There's,
Fuel scooping.
everything's, already, discovered.
Fuel scooping complete.
Gas station. Get your gas here. Actually, the last several systems have, been all of ours. System map. System map. Oh, Evilicious got this one. Whenever you're ready,
Engage.
engage.
Frameshift drive charging.
Schooling FTL engines and preparing for jump.
I don't know about that so much. I mean, there's been much more clamor for space legs than anything else, and they're getting around to doing it. So,
What did they say?
Blue Moon said that the developers aren't really responsive to what the players are asking for. But I mean, more people have asked for space legs than anything else.
Yeah, they're getting stuff done that
Yep.
people want.
Fuel scooping. System scan complete.
There's
Gas
a lot of
station.
people who want space legs real bad.
Fuel scooping complete.
Yeah, I don't have no problem with space legs, but I do have a problem with them trying to get something else going, and they still got bugs in the original game.
Yeah. Fix the damn Navcom developers. Jesus.
System map. Okay, Andre Os got the first star, and Lionheart got the next two. On we go.
Okay.
Engage.
Frameshift drive
Schooling FTL engines and preparing for jump.
Things like, whatchamacallit, non-sequence stars and the material traders don't want to show up. And now I have this problem with, non-geographical and biological points of interest not deciding to show up.
Did you check the bug tracker to see if there were bugs listed for it?
No, I didn't. I should go check it out, though.
Because if people are not putting the bugs in, they're not going to get fixed. And
Yeah.
what they do is there's a voting thing on the bugs, and they fix the ones that are affecting the most people.
Oh, okay.
So
Yeah, I need to go report that.
yeah, go make sure anything you know about is reported, and if it is reported, click on the I have this problem too. Now what that does is it raises it higher in their visibility, so it gets fixed sooner. But yeah, we had to screen for it. Yes, I understand that, but I don't think you have any idea just how much work that is. Yes, it took they've been working on that for 3 years. Walking around is, on an MMO. Some MMOs don't get it right with 6 years of development. It's not easy. It is not easy. I've got no problem with them taking as long as they have, because it's not easy.
Especially for a game that technically isn't meant to be walking around to begin with.
Mm-hmm.
You're basically mainly in your ship, so this is like an added thing.
Oh, it's not, well, no, it's not just an added thing. Doing that is a completely new gameplay. Now you're effectively adding a second game into the first. It's hard enough to maintain one MMO. System map.
Yep. Yeah, definitely. It's completely different than what we have now.
Yeah. Okay, it looks like Fly to Hell got everything here. Oh, there's a terraformable. Just one. Heading to Planet 2. Adding... Why can't I get turned around the right direction? Come on, you. Adding in the ability to get up and walk around is essentially adding in an entirely new game.
Yep.
It'll probably cost somewhere between $40 and $60 when it first comes out.
Ooh, that's an expensive expansion.
It's what they've all started out as.
That's what Horizon was.
Yep.
Oh, okay. I could have sworn I remember Horizon being 30 when
That's
it
because-
came out.
Caught it on sale, probably.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and they, depending on when it comes out, some people will wait for Christmas for the next sale on it, whatever. There will, there'll be sales and stuff for it, but the list price will either be $40 or $60, because that's what their expansions come out at. This is a AAA title game, and they're basically adding on a completely new additional game and tacking it onto this one with integration points. This is
it doesn't
huge.
even use the same currency.
Yeah, and I don't understand that. That's kind of silly.
I know why they're doing it, though. I just
Yeah.
thought of the reason. It's so us people with these ships don't go out and max everything out on day one.
Yeah. But
Raven,
still, it's annoying. Taking a flyby here. There's the
okay.
beautiful planet.
Also, they want people to actually make use of the new content.
Yeah. All right, ready to go. Engage.
Frameshift drive charging.
Well, it looks like we entered into the inner Orion sector again
Oh, cool.
Yep.
from the temple.
Yeah, we're in the home stretch here, in the right sector. Yep. but you know, being a software developer and knowing what it takes, yeah, it's an insane amount of work. You know, it's, you know, like I said, most MMOs, I mean, they take 6 years before they even see the light of day. And what they're doing is, you know, they have an MMO out, and what we've requested was essentially another MMO. So they live developed it for us at a rather scarily fast pace. Well, it's probably going to be extremely buggy when it comes out because they're rushing it to meet our demand. You know, it's not really an expansion on the current game. It's a new game.
Yep. Well, Horizons did come out almost 4 years ago now, I think. So.
Yeah, and all that time's been working on this.
Yep, exactly.
So, it's still 2 years ahead of where I would have expected it. Well, you just gotta hope they have the right talent and they had the right amount of time to get it done, because otherwise it's gonna have a lot of problems on the first launch.
Oh, well, it's scale that we should be worrying about. I'm worried about, I hope they put enough biological forms in there. Hope it's not like 1 or 2 new things and then that's all you can find. I hope there's tons.
There won't be tons. There might, you know, just as a guess from having developed stuff, there might be a half dozen, maybe, if you're lucky to start with. But then more can get added easily later. You know, they've got to knock the bugs out of the first few before they, you know, go whole hog.
Yeah. Horizons came in multiple stages too.
Yep. And I expect this will be the same way. We own the system. Nothing good here. Time to move on. Engage. Anubis. Engage.
Commander. Preparing for war.
You need to have a talk into your ship. It's not obeying your command.
Well, you notice my voice is a bit raspy today.
Yeah.
So he's not picking up as well because I'm a bit raspy.
But is he that temperamental? Can't he work on like a range?
Voice attack runs off of Microsoft Windows voice recognition.
Okay.
So it's only as good as Microsoft voice recognition.
Bah.
Which, to be honest, isn't that bad.
Oh, okay.
I've done voice recognition systems. It's difficult. It's not easy because all you get in is a sound wave, which contains not only the voice, but background stuff as well. So, and you've got to filter the voice out of the background, recognize the speech patterns of the individual, which vary tremendously from person to person.
Okay. Perhaps they shouldn't keep. Oh, I guess for a security system, it makes sense to key it to the specific person's voice. But can't they just do it by words?
No.
Just by basic sounds in the words?
Remember, well, that's, you know, our ears pick up sounds as you know, words and sounds and stuff like that, okay? You know, think how many years it takes to train a child to talk.
Yeah.
Okay? Now, and then remember that a computer is disadvantaged in this area. All it gets in is a sound waveform. which is a combination of all the sounds that are reaching the microphone, with the microphone distortion factored in. Yeah. it
Yeah.
ain't easy. System map.
Get a good mic.
System map.
Better have a good mic.
Well, the problem is most gaming headsets do not have a great mic.
Yeah, that's true. You have to use like one of those studio mics.
Yes, but
Not
those.
a headset.
Right, if I want to spend $1,000 on a mic, I can get a mic that, I can really tune Windows into quite easily. Yes, but our brain is far more powerful than even the current top-end PCs. Plus, it's the circuitry for the ear is wired for sound interpretation. So, at any rate,
Ready when you are.
the system sucks. Time to go. Engage.
Yeah, these systems suck too.
We do own it, though, so that's one thing that's good. Yep,
Well,
and
you're one step better than me then.
the microphone works very similar to our ear. It's just the processing power, except it's not as...
As sensitive to multiple ranges.
Well, not only that, but it's not as good at differentiating frequency zones.
Yeah.
And then basically the programming in our brain, by the time, it takes a kid, 5 years to learn? Yeah, it's just...
At least 3.
Yeah, but, And the kid also gets to pick up, visual cues, unless they happen to be blind.
Yeah.
So, I mean, the computer doesn't know you're talking at it. There's just continuously, sound waves coming in. And so it's got nothing really to base it on. Other than what is programmed into whatever speech recognition program that Microsoft has put into the computer. And then it has to filter out, my voice from the background and figure out that my voice is the voice that's speaking.
System scan complete.
Which is why they have you go through that whole training session for the Microsoft speech recognition so that it learns your voice a little bit. And they actually tell you to go through it again and again and again until it starts getting close. System map. And I just, when I changed mics, I didn't go through the whole process all over again. Baron Sam's tag. Got the stars and looks like all the planets. Yeah, he got everything. All right, let's see if there's anything worth us looking at.
Yep, it's B-Star.
At the B-Star, okay.
3 of them.
And it's not that far. Okay.
No. Headed to headed to...
B4,
Shit, I don't
B5, and B6. Okay, heading
Yeah,
there.
headed towards B4. Oh, and my sister got home.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, that's good.
Yep.
This
I
week-
told them to confiscate the keys and lock them in the safe.
Yeah. Well, at least that had a happy ending.
Yep. I'll be right back.
Okie dokie.
Okay, I'm back.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, I went and got me some coffee, and then my husband was out trying to make sure that she hadn't pulled back up here, and I told him, you don't have to watch for her, she's home.
Because of interference between different sound signals, it matches. Which is why you've got to train it over and over and over and over and over again so that it recognizes you rather than other stuff.
Yeah.
And sometimes on the, if you don't have a well-shielded cable, you'll pick up stuff off shortwave.
Oh, yeah. I didn't know that still happened these days.
Only on cheap cables. And a lot of, unfortunately, a lot of gaming headsets use cheap cables. If you find you're having that problem, picking up a ferrite core and putting a loop through will generally handle that. Ferrite cores can, of course, be gotten off of Amazon.
Yep. Well, I don't seem to have that problem. I've never caught any other signals through here, but whatever's coming out of my PC.
Yeah, I had one headset where I would plug it in, and I'd hear, depending on the time of the day, I'd hear that one of the 5 different shortwave operators in my area. I say 5, but I checked on a map. There's like 15 of them within a quarter mile of me.
Oh, okay.
They must have had their linear turned on.
It's tough. Sometimes that will work. It's usually far more effective to put a ferrite bead on it or to get a cable that's properly shielded to begin with.
What the hell was that?
That's Lynn trying not to laugh at me flying by.
Oh,
I
okay.
tried. I couldn't. I tried. Oh.
I was busy talking and not paying attention to where I was flying, and I cut between Lynn and the planet. And, all right, this time it's actually intentional, and I'm going through it at a speed that I can actually see the planet. Hi, beautiful planet. Now I'm heading to 5.
Oh, I needed that laugh.
The problem with trying to wrap it in tinfoil is that it's an RF signal, which is radio frequency. That's what RF means. And if you leave even a small area that an RF signal can get through, it will go through it and get in there.
Yep.
In fact, sometimes I've had I've had PCs where the power cable from the wall wasn't shielded sufficiently enough, and I would get shortwave signals coming in through the ground, or sometimes the neutral.
Yep, that happens. You have to be pretty deep underground for the ground to block it.
Not just a properly shielded cable. What was even worse is I had, there was one building I had that the outlet, the wiring in the wall wasn't properly shielded. And so the wiring in the wall was bringing the shortwave into everything that you plugged into it. Old wiring.
That must have been annoying.
Yeah, well, I replaced the run with modern wiring. That problem went away.
And there's one your weekend. How long did it take you to rewire everything?
Oh, I only had to rewire the one run, so it took about 20. It took maybe an hour.
Oh, okay.
I actually went to school for electrical engineering, so I know what I'm doing.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Funny story with that is, you know, when I knew coming out of high school I wanted to go into programming, but the only thing that would teach programming was computer science, and of course they teach the science and theory of programming, but not how to design anything.
Yeah.
So I went for electrical engineering with a computer minor.
Oh, okay.
Surface scan complete.
And you cannot learn programming by going through their instruction manuals. Oh my God. Whoever writes these things are morons.
Yep.
They're not written in any kind of concise way. There's no explanation of what order certain things need to be in, nothing. They just tell you like gibberish meanings that they made up to describe something, not what it actually does. It's annoying.
I've seen plenty of that. That would be truly mean. You know, forcing everybody to listen to your music? I don't know. All depends what your taste is. Although if it did it to my... Oh, Blue Moon wants to make a pirate broadcast station in his car to broadcast whatever he's listening to on the radio to every other car around him.
Oh, people would be pissed.
I could see doing that and then playing a binaural beat that would put everybody around me to sleep and watch them all crash.
Talk about road rage.
Everybody go to sleep now! Bye-bye!
I got 6 done.
Okie
Maybe
dokie.
I got 5 done. Hell, I don't know what I got done.
You got 6 done, I got 5. And I'm coming for the photo shoot. The photo shoot flyby! Woohoo! And I will change my targeting to you as I'm coming in for the flyby.
What's the delay between the Steam screenshot system?
What's this?
What's the delay with the screenshot? Is it instant enough to catch you flying by?
If I were doing that, yeah, but what I'm actually doing is I'm just making sure I'm flying by them so that they're seen on the screen, because I had a number of viewers ask to see all the planets that we scan.
Oh, okay.
So it's all about the stream and what people want to see. So I'm more than happy to fly by every single planet that we scan just so that everybody can see what we're doing.
Yeah, that's cool. I can't. You
Engage.
realize neither me or Lynn can actually see the chat, so
I can. I just
you're
flipped
the only
it.
one who knows.
Right.
Oh, okay. Is
Well-
there a way to put this game in Windows mode?
No, I play it full screen.
Yeah, so do I. But I
So
can't
do I,
see
but
the
I just-
chat.
I can see the chat because I've got a chat on the chat on a second computer.
Yeah. Yeah, I just want high-end gaming PC I just made. That's all.
I just flip back and forth when I'm not going to crash into something, to see what
Oh,
people
okay.
say and to see where he's at.
Right. So
And
basic.
we got this set up, our game plan, and we got it arranged that we really don't take that much time, him showing the people where we're at and what we're doing.
Yeah. I mean, it was basically there were like 6 or 7 people who were watching the stream, and I know they come back every once in a while, and some of them only get to watch it offline now because of time differences. But there was at least 6 people who requested that I fly by and show all these interesting planets. So, you know, we changed what we're doing a little bit so that all of the planets that we do scan end up on the stream.
Oh, okay.
And so that's become just what we do, because that's what people want to see, and more than happy to provide.
Yeah, naturally. You're a bunch of explorers. Naturally, people want to see what you find.
Yep.
Yeah.
System scan complete.
System
And
map.
we do it in a way that it don't really take up that much time.
Yep. All right, Rum Pichu. Rum Pichu got everything. Oh, not quite everything. He left a couple at the. He left off the last one. Why did he leave off the last one? I don't know. Okay. All right. Is anything good here? Let's come back here. Come back here. Oh, there. Nope, that's not good. All right, nothing good.
Ready when you are.
Engage.
Shift drive charging.
Preparing for warp.
First system I found in the wild that has anything not discovered yet. 20 planets, but they seem to be almost all ice. Yeah,
We'll
ice
go down.
and rocky ice.
Go down 2 jumps, or go up 2 jumps, or go left 2 jumps, or go, 63. Or go
Yeah,
right
I know.
2 jumps.
Oof.
But I'm just basically trying to get back to the bubble. I'm not planning on staying out here for a long time.
Oh, lordy, there's water worlds in here, too.
Nice.
Oh my goodness.
63. Good Lord, I got a mess out here.
Yeah, I know. I'm dealing with my own mess.
They're just stacked on top of each other. Along with asteroids, so I don't know what the heck I'm shooting at. Or scanning. Never, I mean, I've seen them bad, but I don't think I've seen them this bad.
Oh, 63's a lot. Alright, that's everything there.
There's 63 planets there?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. You should map everything.
Get right after it, big boy.
I think if I started doing that on this system, Lynn would just head for home.
Yeah.
Well, if you both did it, it would go faster. Have Lynn take half of them, and you get the other half.
Why do you think I hold my breath every time I go in someplace? Because he's already warned me that if we come up on 100 plus or whatever, we're mapping them.
Yeah. You have to.
Nothing in the handbook says you have to.
You find a system with over 100 planets. It's law. You have to map everything.
Oh, you got the water world.
He's a troublemaker.
It's in
Yes,
the
he is.
Explorer's Handbook.
I don't know what handbook you got, but it's not the same one I got.
System scan.
Ugh. System map.
Good Lord. That thing is stretched out there.
Yeah. Jeez, you can't even see the whole thing on one screen.
I know it.
Oh, and we
I
own
think
the
good
system.
Lord. Okay, I gotta zoom back in. Where the hell is this water world at?
I have no idea. It's not at the first star.
I don't see it at the...
It's not on the AB group.
It might be a rogue planet, so you might have to go off the orbit lines.
No,
Go
we're
on.
on the galaxy map. Oh, I found... Jesus.
423.
There's two out there.
Oh.
Are both of them
CD1.
terraformable too?
CD1 is 2 million.
Yeah, and it didn't give me anything. Didn't give me a value on the water world, which is annoying.
That's 4 million. It's terraformable, so...
So yeah, so it's at least 3, probably more. Oh man!
Oh shit, hell with it. Let's go.
All right, I won't take much convincing. Let's go get it.
What is it, over 400 light seconds away?
423,000 light seconds.
It's hard to pass up with Waterworld, though, especially
Well, there's 2 of them
terraformable
out
at
there.
that.
There's 2 things out there worth some money. If it was 1, I'd say, nah.
Yeah, there's a terraformable high metal content and a terraformable water world out there, which together is somewhere going to be between 4 and 6 million.
Yeah, nice.
So that's gonna. It's like, oh, should we go? Should we not go? You know, if there's 3 of them, it's like, yeah, sure, let's go. 2 of them, it's like, it's right on the edge. But yeah, we're going. We're going for it.
And I'm going to fill my coffee up again. I'll be right back.
So it's going to take a few minutes to get out there.
Yep. I found something almost identical to what you're explaining, but I lucked out.
You know, they haven't mentioned any details on what they're going to do for that sort of thing. But it makes sense that they would add another line. Who knows? They may not. I mean, they don't add an, you know, you don't get an extra thing if you go drive on a planet, so I don't know if you'll get something for walking on one.
That's interesting.
What's that?
Someone only FSS 8 of the 37 planets here.
Yeah, that sometimes happens. And there's a couple of different ways that happens. Sometimes they, you know, one person only, you know, decides to explore certain portions of it. And sometimes it was fully explored, but one of the commanders left the game or had his account deleted, or... And whenever they delete somebody's account, they are erased from all history in the game, so anything they explored won't be.
That because it's even worse though. I've I've found people that seem to have been banned from the game. If you go to their planet, FSS or whatnot, it won't put your name on it. So basically, it's bugged.
That doesn't surprise me, actually.
Oh, well, you can map something that was mapped once, but was removed. But you can't discover something that was in the past that was removed. It's weird.
I'm back.
Well,
Welcome back.
again, report it as a bug, and maybe they'll address it. You know, and
But actually, even if it's been mapped, even if it's been probed, you still get a certain amount of value for going and doing it again. That's the reason why the road to riches, it doesn't matter how many people follow it, they make about the same amount of credits.
yeah, well, what he's talking about is getting your name on places. If somebody has their account deleted, and you go there and you rediscover it, you don't get your name on it.
Yeah. So it's
I don't-
forever blank.
I don't know. I mean, I never found a place like that, and I never went back to check to see if my name was on it, so I wouldn't be able to verify that one way or another. But I think after our travels, I think our name's on a lot of shit. The only thing I know for a fact is that Mr. Trace had scanned a planet that we were going to set the Emerald tablet at. His name was no longer on it, and it didn't have the Earth like that he said it was there. Check it out.
Yeah, that kind of sucked. Basically, there was the original target for the Emerald tablet was an Earth-like in one of the systems that I discovered during the Distant Worlds 1. Problem is, they reset all of the exploration data when they came out with the exploration system just before Distant Worlds 2. Not only that,
Yeah.
but the algorithm for the galaxy had sufficiently changed that there was no longer an Earth-like there.
Ouch. That sucks.
Yep.
Now, Trace, just for grins and giggles, could it happen that they've got this set up so close to, like, NASA that when your stars start dying out, so does planets, and so therefore they change from Earth-like to regular rocky or ice?
Well, except where that one is beyond anything NASA can see, and so it's a
Okay.
procedurally generated system.
Okay. Well, I just didn't know if they, because I didn't know if they had these set up to where the sun's, ever so many whatever change their dynamics.
No, actually, when we went in, I looked back on EDSM and got the history of that one, and somebody else now has first discovery on it, and even though I first discovered it in Distant Worlds 1, somebody else first discovered it later because they reset the data. Like, ow.
Six minutes out.
Yep, we're getting there.
Shit, I could have went and got an ice cream bar.
Hey, none of that.
I
I don't-
probably still can't.
I don't have any to go get, damn it.
Time's where I run into those situations. I just get up, start making something on the stove to have to eat. And it's, by the time I'm done making something, I'm still not all the way there.
Really, right now is when they ought to be playing elevator music to you while you're cruising out here, so you could just grit your teeth.
I turned a lot of the music volume down in the game.
Well, you could always turn on YouTube.
Well, actually, I can't because I would get a copyright hit.
Not all music are copywritten, though.
I know that, but I'd have to be far too careful.
Oh, okay.
I actually had to delete one of my actually stopped doing videos for Fallout 4 because I ended up getting copyright strike on the music that goes through the that's broadcast on the in-game radio stations.
Oh, okay.
It's like,
That's
thanks.
BS.
Yeah. So I deleted, rather than dealing with it, I just deleted the video and said, you know, I'm not going to mess with this. And stopped covering Fallout 4.
Yep.
I was going to do...
You shouldn't be ever cover Ubisoft's games anyway, because they copyright people all the time for just showing trailers of their games.
Well, that's not Ubisoft, that's Bethesda.
Oh yeah, my bad. Yeah, that's right. Fallout's Bethesda.
Yeah, the only way to do Fallout videos is turn the sound completely off in the video, and then add your own sound later. Which, I mean, that takes everything away from it, and it's just like, well, that's not worth doing.
Pick a different game then. Something not westernized properly.
Well, I'm doing Elite.
Yeah, that works.
I also occasionally do the Hunter Call of the Wild.
Oh, okay.
And I'm not going to do Skyrim, even though I love it, because it's been too overdone.
Have you ever played Breath of the Wild?
Played what?
Breath of the Wild.
Haven't even heard of it.
It's the new Zelda game.
Oh, okay. Not a Zelda fan.
Well, you seem to play a lot of open world games.
Yep.
Nothing's more open world than the latest Zelda game.
Aha, okay.
You would get addicted to hell. It has the best exploration aspect of like any game out there. It's that good.
Well, I may have to look it up then. Even though I don't have time to play the games I've already got.
Yeah.
Yeah, I only have a couple hours a day to play games usually. So play a little more on the weekends. But 2 hours of Elite per day kind of takes 90% of my gaming time.
Yep. I hear that.
But right now this is my absolute favorite game to play, so this is what I play.
Yep.
My second favorite for playing on a live stream or something like that would be the Hunter Call of the Wild.
Oh, okay.
And if I just want to waste some time and blow off some steam, kill some poor innocent bits in a computer game, I'll pull up Skyrim. And go hack some poor innocent computer animated bits to pieces.
That's another thing I love Breath of the Wild so much, though. The enemy AI is something you've never seen before. It's the most advanced AI out there. Every time I play that game, the enemies they try something else on you. They use the environment against you and everything.
Nice. I may have to play it at some point.
Yes, real good.
Although, it reminds me of, say, training simulation that they created for, I forget which of the armed forces. I think they created it for the...
Fields.
No. It was for, I think it was for helicopters, for helicopter pilots, for the either the Cobras or the Apaches.
Oh, okay.
But they went into the, a couple of the pilots decided to, flying in the simulation, they saw a herd of deer and decided to go shoot at it. So the deer went and ran over the hill and came back with RPGs.
That's awesome.
They basically used the deer they made the deer forms, but they put it over an infantry AI, and so they ran away, grabbed RPGs, and came back.
Oh, okay.
Somebody had
Something like that definitely happened to me. I decided to climb this mountain and just chuck bombs at this one enemy to kill it, where it can't get to me.
Mm-hmm.
Then the next time I played the game, I tried doing the same thing because I know I could get away with it.
Yep.
Instead of throwing rocks back at me, it started making bomb barrels and throwing them at me. Like, wait, when the hell did you learn how to do that?
Between the last game and this one.
Yeah.
System map. Yeah, that is certainly a possibility.
What's up?
Blue Moon has a Nintendo Entertainment System, which of course only has 30 games on it, and is a third-party download that can hack it and allow you to have more games. But he's worried about.
He's talking about the mini or the classic.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. A lot of people are hacking them.
Yeah, and he's worried about malicious software on it, and then having his poor mini fried.
That's possible, but I don't know if that will actually work, because people would have to make the malware especially designed to attack the.
Crap! I'm gonna do a loop of shame. After all that distance, I have to do a loop of shame. Ah!
You fell asleep at the.
I stopped paying attention.
That was a fast 15 minutes.
Yep. Time flies when you're having fun. But it certainly cut down on the max number of jumps we're going to have tonight.
Yeah.
We're at 15, so.
Yeah. All right, that's a nice looking planet. Heading for 2. Which direction is it? It's that direction. Yeah, I was busy reading your comments and ended up. Oh. Oops.
Oh, just stop finding excuses. You just do it on purpose now.
Yeah, let's be real. Even if you weren't reading his stuff, you would have still looped of shamed.
I don't know. I keep trying to approach him right, and I keep.
Surface scan complete.
Here, let me explain something to you. You know that blue bar that's for a turning radius? If you're right in the middle of that, you'll never loop of shame.
Wrong.
What do you mean wrong?
With there's a bug in the cutter. If you put it dead center in that, you are going to loop a shame. So you actually have to pay attention to what your approach speed is. Drop it down below the blue bar until you go back up to 8 seconds, and then you can put it back in the blue bar and be safe.
Oh, that sucks.
Yes, it does. And so
Now,
I'll.
how long have you said you've been playing this game?
Only a couple months.
Trace has been playing this game for like 4 years. I think he knows how to fly by now.
Oh, wow, he keeps loops of shame. So, I mean,
Because
you can't
they
blame
changed-
me.
Yeah,
Because they've changed it.
they've changed it. And I'm having trouble adjusting because I haven't really figured out on the cutter where exactly I have to be to not loop of shame consistently.
Oh, okay.
The problem is they've changed the mass on the different ships so that to get a better inertial model, and it really flies nice. And it feels like I mean, it used to feel like you're in the cutter. You'd feel like you were flying a little fighter, a little snub fighter when you're flying around on a planet until they made this change, and then suddenly you've got mass, and it's like, oh man.
Oh, okay.
And
Yours, sir.
engage.
Frame shift.
And that was in the middle of this voyage out. They did that about 4 or 5 months ago.
About the same time they nerfed mining.
Yeah, about the same.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
See, I didn't hear about that. That's changed. All I've heard about is mine because they really screwed that up bad.
Yeah. And so the cutter has this strange thing where you put it in the blue zone, and the calculation for the blue zone and what it needs to do is wrong.
Oh, okay.
And
Fuel scoping. System scan complete.
and depending on what distance you go into the blue zone, sometimes it's right.
Fuel scoping.
If you're on a short range, it's right most of the time. But if you're going along, if you're going at least 1,000 light seconds, it's gonna be wrong. System map.
Oh, okay.
Junevitz got the star.
Very good, yes, sir.
Engage.
Frame shift.
Yeah, see, you came on playing a new player. We were probably halfway out to where we were putting the Emerald Tablet.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were.
And you don't have a cutter yet.
Yeah.
No.
You will notice this in a cutter.
Okay.
I bet you noticed it in the Corvette, too.
I bet, yeah, but I haven't tried the Corvette since they changed it, so I don't know. Can't say one way or the other. But I know with the cutter, it's drastically different than it was.
Oh, okay.
I love
Put it
these.
this way: if you like it going around sliding like on a dirt racetrack, that's what you got with a cutter.
Oh, okay.
It's got a lot of slippage.
Yeah, the cutter acts like it's a big ship now. It used to act like it was closer to an eagle.
Oh, okay.
It's
shaped like an eagle, a
It's
very big eagle.
Yeah, an eagle the size of a European soccer stadium. Yes, or football as they call it. Yeah. I mean, it's big enough to touch the bleachers on both sides and front and back. So, I mean, it's huge.
System scan
Yep.
complete.
Isn't the cutter able to handle
System map.
like a bigger size of fighter bay? The biggest?
The cutter used to handle a lot like an oversized eagle. Now it's got acting like it has 4 times the mass that it did before. The first planet's the only one worth going to, and I'll answer your question in a second, Blue Moon. Oh, system map. I did something wrong.
How heavy are
You targeted
cutters?
me.
No, I did something wrong.
Oh.
There we go. Now I got it right. All right, so the 7-second approach. It's a 7-second deceleration curve approach. So if you weren't decelerating, you would get to whatever you're pointed at in 7 seconds. But you are decelerating. So it takes longer. So right now, if I went the same speed I'm going now, that would be 22 seconds. But you'll notice my speed 18.3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Getting faster and faster. So the speed to the planet keeps going down. But once my speed starts going back, oh shoot! I was explaining. See that's what I get doing. I get explaining. And zoop! Fly right by. Yeah, I'm sitting there. The funny thing is, I'm pointing at my screen while I'm explaining. All right, so let's get this. Okay, let's get this crate turned around.
I see. I think I explained the wrong thing to you. Out of step. What I do is between 1,500 and 1,200 light seconds away. I lower. I'm at max before over them, but when I get within that range, I lower it to the center of the blue line.
Yes, and if you do that
So
in a
it has,
cutter, you will do a loop of shame.
Oh, okay.
All right. So now I'm coming in here, and it's coming down in speed. 9 seconds, 8 seconds. So now that's 7 seconds. If I get the current speed, I would get there in 7 seconds. However, I'm decelerating, as you can see, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10 meters per second. So I'm slowing down, but keeping a constant time differential to the target. So it's a 7-second deceleration curve. Did I just hit?
So what do you do? Just step on the brakes?
There is no brakes.
No, basically, well, you're reversing thrusters is what you're ending up doing. But
That's what I mean.
the number that you see as the time to target is the time it would take to get there at your current speed. When you're accelerating, you will see that number drop down rapidly. When you're decelerating, you will see that number, depending on what you're doing, either stay constant, go down, or come up, depending. But what the 7-second approach curve is a deceleration curve with a constant time to target of 7 seconds. And that is the proper deceleration approach speed They're set between 6 and 7 seconds to get to a planet. Engage.
Preparing for jump.
It don't matter. We've messed with this thing and we still ain't found the sweet spot again.
Yeah. If you could get on, the 7 second is, or 6 to 7 seconds is where you want to be on any ship. The problem is on the cutter, that's not the blue zone anymore.
Oh, okay.
And so finding that spot has become interesting.
I'm good at finding minute, noticing minute differences and stuff, so I wish I had a cutter. I would find out in like less than a day.
Oh, it's maybe. System map.
What, Frank? Don't you need like Duke for that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Frameshift drive charging.
Preparing for jump.
So I'm an admiral and a duke. So it also, with the cutter, it doesn't seem to be constant where that point is. Which is, yeah, there's something messed there, and I haven't been able to pin it down, which is the only reason I haven't written a bug report on it yet, because I can't describe.
Oh, damn.
I can't describe the problem accurately enough for a software engineer to actually be able to figure it out.
Okay.
Otherwise, I would have written a bug by now. It is annoying because it's not consistent, and it's so hard to fix an inconsistent bug. Oh, I hate them. I've spent my entire life fixing the stupid things.
I know how to explain bugs in ways that a programmer would know. I can even explain to them how to fix it. But if it's not a consistent bug, you're screwed.
Yeah, that's the hard part with this. Is the behavior changes based on your current speed and your distance from target. So it's a very difficult bug to even conceptualize, never mind describe.
Yeah.
So how the heck are you gonna fix it?
Maybe test it one time with the flight assist on, and then try it with flight assist off.
Flight assist
See
is
if
not.
there's a difference.
There's no flight assist on or off in Super Cruise.
Oh, okay. Well, there goes that idea.
System
Yeah.
scan complete.
System map. So it's a tough bug. If I figure with 30 years of working in software, if I can't describe it.
Yeah.
All right, we own the system. Nothing good. On we go. Engage.
Frameshift drive.
Spooling FTL engines and preparing for jump.
It would have to be multiple videos, but yeah, I could go that route, I suppose.
You could explain it as a variable momentum-based deceleration bug.
Yeah, but Blue Moon's suggestion is a good one. Is start taking. Actually, I could just direct it to my stream. I do it so often.
Yeah.
I'm afraid they would report back it's operator's error.
Well, I have to admit, a lot of times I've made a lot of operators' errors with this. But I'm going to have to spend some time figuring out exactly, what causes, what situations it happens. Because if you're, close enough to the planet where close enough is a really fuzzy term. It doesn't happen. Everything works right. But if you come in from further away, it's all messed up. And how it's messed up depends on where you are.
Have
Crazy.
you been able to figure out how far away does it start happening to you?
Only in approximation. System map.
Okay.
Over 1,000 light seconds, it may happen. Over 2,000 light seconds, it may have. Look at all these terraformables. Nice. 1, 2, 3. 3 terraformables, and we own them. Cool. I'll fly by 2, 3, and head for 4.
Okay. Headed to 2. The farther out you go, the worse the loop of shame.
Yeah.
Naturally, because the faster you're going.
Well, for instance, where I'm at now, where it's over, it's over a minute to get there. If I put it in the blue zone now, and just leave it in the blue zone, it will loop with shame, guaranteed.
Okay.
Now that I'm down to 24 seconds, I'm going to go drop it into the lower register loop of shame and I think it will still loop. So it's on the it's below 50% on it, and it's 24, 25. No, actually, it's weird. It's gone back over a minute. What's going on here? Do I not have the right thing targeted? No, I do. Oh, that's weird. It went up to over a minute again. Okay, so now when I get it going down in the 20s and I drop it into blue, it should be good. $13, $12, $11, $10, $9, $8, $7. Yeah, it's going to get a good approach. But I put it in the blue at a few hundred out, so it's okay. I'm going to swing a little wide so I can get the... no, I'm going to have to swing a lot wide if I'm going to get turned to the other one effectively. Alright. Alright, so we come in on our view for Planet 2, which is a very whitish planet.
By 50%. Surface scan complete.
And now we head for 3. Kick it up to full throttle so we can get around. And down into the blue zone. Nope, stay. Had to drop it into the below the blue to get me not to drop down to 5 seconds. And we fly by this yellowish planet here, number 3. Now we head for 4. And 4 is back the other direction. But yeah, what I may have to...
I just feather it all the way in.
Yeah. I'm actually kind of surprised the Anaconda doesn't have the same problem.
It definitely doesn't. I haven't ran into anything like you're talking about.
Surface scan complete.
That's why.
Yeah, it's not simple. It really isn't. And I haven't really gotten the right mechanics figured out yet as to when it really happens and when it doesn't happen. So,
Oh, okay.
it would be interesting to see the superpowers go to war. I'm not sure how that would. I mean, they've been kind of skirmishing since the game began. No, slow down. There we go. Okay, now I'm on a good approach on this one.
There's one thing about it. The way he flies, NPCs don't stand a chance of interdicting him close to a planet.
Yeah. I'm dying.
So it does have its upsides to it.
Yeah. The only problem is he's usually nowhere near the bubble. So what starts, he's going to be interdicted anyway.
Well, I fly like this when I'm carrying cargo too.
Oh, okay. I feel sorry for the cargo. Are your clients? Do your clients ever get pissed
Nope.
that you're treating their cargo the way you do?
Nope.
Okay.
All right, engage.
Oh.
You're like the FedEx of delivery in this game.
FedEx is baseball.
Yeah.
I imagine it would do some interesting things to trade. We'll have to see.
Well, if they start a space war, I'm going to say rain on it and go to deep space until they get done with their little petty-ass fights.
Yep.
Fuel scooping complete.
This looks like it's a gas station here. System map. Yep. And we own it.
Ready when you are, sir.
Engage.
Charging FTL.
Well, we may get 25 in, where this should be 22 jumps.
Okay.
So we're still clicking along with maintaining 25 anyways, or 20.
Yep.
Yeah, you're still getting a good number in.
Fuel scooping.
Spaceballs was certainly a great movie.
Fuel scooping complete.
Hello, my honey. Hello, my baby. Hello, my ragtime gal. Oh no, not again.
Okay.
I love it when the alien came out of his stomach at the grill.
Yeah. That was hilarious.
Oh no, not again. Check, please. What's that coming out of her nose? Spaceballs. Oh no. There goes the neighborhood. She's a Druish princess. Oh, great. No, it's the princess. She's a base. marriage. Marriage is what brings us together today. That glorious union,
System scan.
that dream within a dream.
Oh my God, that was hilarious.
Philip.
Just get on with it.
Philip, Blue Moon says thank you for giving him a name for his next ship. System Net.
Oh, what name is that?
Spaceballs.
Oh, okay.
Okay, Prisoner 6 got the star. Oh, it looks like he just, he didn't even honk, he just went through. Although it doesn't look like there's anything here. Nothing good. Okay, on to the next.
Engage.
Engage.
Preparing for war.
So most of the systems we've been to, we get our name on at least a few things, sometimes most of it, and sometimes all of it. So.
Yeah.
That's more than enough what I can say.
Well, the road to DCAT is
Yeah.
very heavily trafficked.
And I'm not actually going out of my way to avoid it either. I just came out here just to gather a bunch of pointless data to give to Farseer
Yep,
to get the last tier.
and that's what a lot of people do.
Yep.
Some people, I mean, she'll also go up tiers if you upgrade equipment, so.
Yep.
Oops, you got those just as I lined them up.
Sorry.
That's okay.
But I'm out of materials at the moment, so I'm gonna have to farm for them too.
Yep.
I had enough materials to get me farther. I got all the way to tier 4 maxed out.
Oh, nice.
And I got an extra tier. I got another tier with the engines and power plant. So, yeah. Level 5 materials go far.
Yes, they do. MP shieldings. Okay, there's more elsewhere. I'm just somewhere else. Oh, there's another gas giant out here somewhere. Okay. And, oh, where are you? Oh, there you are.
I ended up with a lot of materials when I had to farm for focus crystals for the FSSD booster.
Mm-hmm. System map. All right. Hey, we own the system. Not that it's gonna be anything.
This guy said nothing.
Yeah, I said nothing on mine too, and there's nothing there. So, uh-oh.
What?
Oh, there it goes. Okay. I thought my screen locked up.
Okay.
Page.
Preparing for jump.
So what jumps this one?
Probably about 23, 24.
Alright. Go another couple to make 25, and then we'll call it a night.
Okay. When we hit in this system, I'll tell you real quick.
Okay.
Fuel scoping.
24.
Alright, so one more
One more
jump.
jump will be 25.
Fuel scoping
Unless it's a gas station, then maybe we'll go another one. I hate to end the night on a gas station.
Yep.
30 jumps later.
Yeah, watch all every jump you make be a gas station or just star.
Well,
What?
since we don't have round doors or whatever, there'll be a gas station of some kind.
Alright, one more to... okay, you got it. Good. System map. We own the system. Let's see if there's anything good. Nothing. Alright. Engage.
Frameshift drive charging.
Preparing for warp.
Hardware diagnostic sensors. Off the top of my head, I don't know. But I can look them up.
I don't think that's one I've run into off the top of my head, unless it's cargo missions.
Yeah, I don't know if it's a commodity or a material. Could
It
be either.
sounds like a material.
Fuel
A,
complete.
what you would call it, I think that's manufactured, isn't it?
Oh, if it's a material, it's manufactured. And I will
Sounds like
look it up right after.
manufactured.
I'll look it up right after we scan the system.
It sounds familiar.
Google is your hero to locate what, where, and why.
Yeah.
Oh, I just check Inara.
Well, I meant if you don't use an aura or whatever. I usually type in what I'm looking for in Elite Dangerous, and it pulls me right to where I need to go.
Okay. Okay, you got it. System map.
Yes, sir. Yeah,
Alrighty. Hey, we own another system. Cool. Ooh. Planet 1.
Yep.
And not Planet 2, 3, 4, blah, blah. How about this other series? No, none of those. How about these two? Nope, just Planet 1. Alright, off to Planet 1. And hopefully it's pretty. Energy grid assembly. Yeah, yes. If I remember, that's a rather low-grade material. I would farm the high-grade material and trade down for it. And that is the key when doing any of the materials, is farming the high grades and trading down for the low grades.
Yep.
Ah, I blew it. That's this one, pilot error. That was definitely pilot error.
I need that little bear's giggle. Oh my god. You do make it hard for me to come in on a planet, though.
I'm
'Cause I get to
surprised he
giggling at you.
hasn't run into you yet.
Supposedly, you're not supposed to be able to in Super Cruise, but
But we haven't tried that yet.
Yep. remember the other night I brought that up?
Yeah, we wrote it down as something we're going to try.
Yeah. Get in 2 sidewinders and try that.
Yep. All right, there's that beautiful planet. And since that's a beautiful planet, this was jump 25. This will be the last one for tonight. So, let me look up energy grid assembly. I do recognize that as a material name.
Yep.
So that means I want to go over to Inara. Inara.cz.
Surface scanned by 50%.
And Galaxy Engineers.
Surface scan
Components. And I'm looking for energy grid assembly. I don't see one. That's interesting. Is it a commodity?
I don't think.
It usually isn't.
I'm pretty sure I remember that listed at the material trader.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I remembered it too. Interesting.
What's it for?
I don't know.
Oh, he needs one for the Guardian power plant. I bet you that's a Guardian.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Material traders don't give those out.
No, they do not. And you have to specifically get the exact one. Yeah.
He needs energy grid assembly, right?
Yeah. No, it's a commodity.
Really?
Yeah.
It's a commodity,
okay.
yep. Mechanical, yep.
Yep, so you can just go buy those.
These can be found at Pailes, P-A-I-L-E-S Enterprise in the 40 CETRA system, C-E-T-I.
Quantity, sell price, ascending. There's a carrier selling them for just over 1,000 credits each, which is the cheapest price in the galaxy. And oh god, he's in. Where the hell is he? Hyades sector RZ-NB7-0. He has 50 available. Alrighty, I will drop down here.
You got your piece of paper and pencil ready?
Yes, I do.
We did 25 jumps, 765 light years. We have 7,383 light years to Jamerson Memorial.
Cool. We're getting there.
Yep.
So, let's see.
You'll get there maybe 10, 11 days.
Something like that, yeah. So, at this point, we've reached the end of the time I have available for tonight. So, I'd like to thank everyone who joined us in the stream and watching us tonight. It was great having you all along. Then in the chat, Rocky Johnson and Mr. Blue Moon Halos, thank you very much for joining us. And once more, Lynn and Philip, thank you for joining me in the wing. It's great having you along. And that's all we have time for. So we'll pick this up again tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. That's all for now. This is Trice Majestus signing out.
Been a pleasure.
Yep.
We'll see you tomorrow
Good
night.
night, you two. Good night. Bye.